Science shows that Polk's source of drinking water, the Floridan aquifer, is under tremendous strain and overpumping is a major concern. If more is pumped from the aquifer than it can sustain, springs will stop flowing, lake levels will drop, and wetlands will dry up. To safeguard natural water sources, utility providers must find other sources of drinking water. Polk County is in the middle of the state, and there are few options available.
The water management districts developed a water supply plan to determine how much water could be safely withdrawn from the upper Floridan aquifer. Once the utility providers became aware that we'd be limited on our future groundwater withdrawals, we implemented a water supply progression plan that focused on maximizing our current groundwater allotments. Our strategies included a comprehensive water conservation program designed to minimize the waste of this precious resource. We also maximized our permittable groundwater withdrawals by strategically locating our wells so that they would not interfere with existing users or have an adverse impact on lakes, wetlands, and springs. Then we maximized our use of reclaimed water for irrigation by constructing a regional distribution system and requiring dual meters at each end user's property. Now that we have maximized these strategies, we're developing alternative water supply solutions. There are few options available for alternative water supplies, and they all come with hefty price tags for construction and operation. The higher cost of these water supplies will be shared by all of our customers, and everybody will see a portion of these costs reflected in their bill in the future. So basically, we're not running out of water, we're running out of cheap water. So selecting an alternative water supply that gives us the most viable, the most cost-effective, the sustainable water source is our goal. Projections for the future water demands and the available reclaimed water at the Northwest service area make this area an excellent candidate for a direct potable reuse project. Also, the reclaimed water produced at the Northwest wastewater treatment facility already meets current drinking water standards. Because clean, safe water is a necessity, the county has a responsibility to make sure that water is as affordable as possible for everyone in our service area.
Partnering with the Southwest Florida Water Management District, we have constructed a $2.5 million direct potable reuse pilot, which is located at the newly constructed Cherry Hill Water Production Facility.
Simply put, water is pumped from the aquifer to the water production facility, in this case, the Cherry Hill plant. Mild chlorination occurs for disinfection prior to distribution. When consumers use water, that water is either sent down the drain or is flushed. The water used is piped back to the wastewater treatment facility where it undergoes advanced treatment. Once the water tests to standards, it is utilized as reclaimed water in our Northwest communities for irrigation, ultimately returning to the ground. Over time, the water makes its way back to the aquifer and the process repeats. However, not all the water returns to the aquifer. Much is lost to evaporation. The water that is returned could take months to decades until it is available again for withdrawal. That's why we have restrictions on how much water we can draw from the aquifer. The downside to the natural process is time and return quantities.
Looking to the future, if the pilot plant demonstrates that we can satisfy the strict regulations imposed on drinking water production, the implementation of a full-scale direct potable reuse could provide a reliable alternative water source. Our water supply would no longer depend solely on the aquifer. We would pipe reclaimed water directly to a DPR facility and begin an accelerated version of the natural cycle.
So at full scale, the process would look like this. The same cycle as before, but this model shows the supplementary water from the direct potable reuse facility blending with the water from the aquifer. So in less time, we could achieve the same quality drinking water or better, not to mention more of it.
No water from the pilot project will be introduced into the drinking water supply. The water treated in the pilot returns to the Northwest Regional Wastewater Treatment Facility. The pilot facility will operate for a year to determine what is sustainable and possible for the future. And at that point, the board will make decisions on a full-scale facility.
The Cherry Hill DPR pilot is the first in Polk, but one of many in the United States. The processes used are tried and true technologies designed to do what nature does, recycle water. The Cherry Hill Water Processing Facility is operated by highly trained and experienced licensed operators who ensure that we provide safe drinking water to our customers daily. These same professionals will be operating the DPR facility and will continue to provide that excellent water to the Northwest service area.
The reclaimed water will move through a series of processes utilizing a multi-barrier treatment approach that includes technologies such as enhanced coagulation, advanced oxidation, ultrafiltration, granular activated carbon, and UV disinfection that can run at a flow rate of 10 to 20 gallons per minute. Water from this facility will be tested for everything that drinking water is tested for, and then some.
Polk County Utilities has a responsibility to county residents to ensure that safe, affordable drinking water is available while preserving our environment. The direct potable reuse pilot will allow us to determine if we have identified a sustainable alternative water supply for the Northwest regional part of the county. We invite you to our pilot facility and welcome you to learn more about direct potable reuse and explore a modern approach to the recycled water process.